Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of MUKBANG Meetings! Yeah, maybe before we start, you want to intro yourself first?
Hi, my name is Nehemiah. That's all.
Wow,
That's all.
so exciting!
That's all. You can't find me anywhere actually.
You can't find you anywhere.
I can't.
Okay, yeah, but anyway, so that's a brief. We will dive a bit deeper into who Nihi is and what he does. But for now, let's introduce the food in front of us. So, this is like one of my favorite Thai places that I purposely traveled to get the food for. On the table, we have basil pork, sambal kangkong, tom yum soup, mango sticky rice, omelette, fish cake, and of course we cannot forget Thai milk tea. It's from this place called Tuk Lady or Tuk Lady. I don't know, but you can Google it. It's at Tai Seng MRT. Very accessible, just right above the MRT. So if you are interested to try, please feel free to try. Meanwhile, this is Nihi's first time trying this food.
I'm excited to try this. Is it your best Thai food that you try?
In Singapore, I think like this is the top few.
So what's the top?
I don't know. I like to keep that spot empty first. Because you
Okay.
never know when a better food might
Top
come
3?
up. Yeah, it's definitely my top 3.
Okay.
Yeah, like you know how most people are like. Okay, so anyway, we have a guest here. Who's not very good at keeping quiet, but yeah, is our dear friend Rihan. You need to come very in to like. I hope.
Your face is damn right now.
So if you hear like random things along the way, like just know that it's not us.
It's all him.
Yeah, but anyway, we were talking about Thai food, right? So yeah, I think the top few Thai food that Singaporeans love is like nakhon, which
She says it's better.
Nihi says like he's always visiting nakhon. So
Yeah.
like to him, nakhon is now average.
Not, at least average.
You say it's like normal.
I think it's like you've been trying this tier of food for a while, so it's always been there now.
Yeah, so it's average lah. Like it's
No
nothing
average.
special to you
It's
anymore.
still good, just that you know.
This is chicken soup.
What did you?
Chicken tom yum
Oh.
soup. Sorry. It's
Like,
not chicken
what?
soup, but
Nani chicken soup?
okay, I think it's super spicy.
You try first.
Does it look spicy to you?
You try first. How is it?
Wow, spicy.
Oh wait, is it really spicy?
How about you, Han? You try a bit of the soup. A bit spicy. No, I think it'll get to you.
It's no spicy.
Huh? Okay, well, we have another person.
No spicy.
See?
Wait,
Okay, but anyway,
wait,
I guess that shows that he is very good at eating spicy food.
Oh wait, what?
So, I guess the rest of the thing will
Wait,
be
then-
no kick to you.
I tried the wrong one? What is the same one? What?
It's the same one, what? What are you talking about?
No taste and it.
No taste? Okay, sorry, I think his taste passport. You see, you got COVID.
I didn't find out.
They say a sign of COVID is
No.
loss of taste.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, but never mind, just try the rest.
Okay.
I tried to like
So what's the
vary.
best? What's the best out of like the whole?
I like basil pork and the sambal kangkong.
Okay.
It doesn't look spicy lah,
Yeah, that looks spicy.
but I think the basil pork will
one
be a
thing
bit
about
more
Thai food, right,
spicy.
is that like
It doesn't
even their
look.
clear soup, right, can be super spicy.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah. Anyway, how do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh yes, finally something that
Just not spicy.
is good. That's all that matters. As long as the food is good, guys. Like you don't need to die
it's
over
good,
Thai food, right?
Why is good?
Yeah, it's good. Okay, so how about you try the rest and then like you really against nakhon?
Wow, cannot lah.
Why cannot? As in, I don't get it.
Later my friends and I can't recognize my face. I always go at you.
I think you're nobody, but
That is true, guys. That is true, you know.
I don't think you're anybody that they'll remember.
That's true.
It's cool.
Hey, I've been eating there for like 2 years already. That'd be so
Oh,
sad.
so just for context, is why do you visit there so often?
Because I work near there.
Yeah, so it's like a go-to lunch
Go to
place.
lunch, please.
And as we eat, please feel free to like describe the food so that
Describe the
people
food.
watching can also know
This is
how great the
this
food
is
is.
very green.
As in the basil pork, right?
Yeah, the rest is very
The
good.
basil pork is the great. And it's like not too spicy apparently. I think it's quite spicy. This is salty lah. I love salty food, so good ah.
Good. It's good.
It's good, right?
Out of these two, right?
Oh, you like the kangkong more?
These two.
Oh.
This one I question mark.
Okay.
Because
Cool,
I can't
cool.
taste the spiciness. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, maybe it's at the bottom. Do we need to stir it a bit
Do
more?
we?
But I already stirred it there. Could you please, for starters, share a little bit about like what you're doing now?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a church as a creative coordinator. So I run events and I make sure events are run well and I just that actually. Just mainly events. I kind of do sound as well. I do a bit of sound and video in church as well. Yeah.
That's all.
Why you don't look impressed?
No worries. Like I'm prepared for this because Nihi kind of told me he will just give me quite short answers. He was like, oh, but I'm not really good at this.
I'm not good at this.
I don't know why you call me here.
I don't know why you call me here.
My answer's gonna be quite short.
But there's food though. So I'm here.
Yeah. So anyway, don't worry, I'm perfectly prepared for this. Yeah. So okay. So that's what you do. But what about the stuff that you dabble on the side? Because there's quite a lot, right? From my understanding.
Yeah. I do photography. Like since 2 years already. And
That's quite long.
quite a lot actually. I do photography mainly on site. But only this year I started to be a little bit more interested in Twitch.
Oh, Twitch.
Yeah.
So what about like how do you get into like photography and also like how do you get into like museums, like music in general?
Oh.
Like-
Which one do you want me to answer first?
How about we start from the older one?
Which one the other one?
I don't know which one is the older one. Like
Music.
okay, yeah, then.
So like I actually learned guitar for like
When do you pick up guitar like?
stupidest reason ever, man.
Oh, cause you were in church and
Yeah, I was in church and like
then you're trying to impress girls.
walao, you just totally pinpoint every answer that I'm going to say. Is that all the pathway for a guitarist? Is that all the pathway?
Guitarist, please
No,
answer this question.
I saw like a role model in church who I look up to at that time. He was playing like, so I was like, hey, this guy very cool eh. Then can I be someone like him? So I approached him and said, hey, can I learn guitar from you?
Okay.
So actually I think I managed to borrow a classical guitar.
Oh, from him?
Not from him but from someone.
Oh.
So I managed to I just like
Just
in the 2
went
weeks
around.
I whacked the 4 chords on the guitar. G minus CD. And from there I realized hey, I can play. Not very well like then but like not now also not very well like, but like I could play. So from there I slowly start to play. Only about 2-3 years then I realized that hey, maybe I should try to serve in church
Oh.
as an acoustic
So you were
guitarist.
doing like just playing for
For
your
like
own interest?
for my
Oh, wow.
interest for smaller groups, for smaller events.
Oh.
Yeah. So only after like 1-2 years and 2-3 years, I decided that hey, maybe I should try an audition to serve in the larger events.
Yeah.
I've been serving for like 10 years already.
Oh, wow. I don't see you in.
You don't see me? You don't see
I
me?
don't see you on stage though.
Yeah, because I took a break. I'm taking a break currently, I think. Yeah, so like because when you were younger you have a bit more time, but then once you start working then
Yeah.
weekends are burned, so you might not be available to serve as much as you want to lah.
Yeah, I agree.
So I've been serving for about almost 10 years already in the ministry. Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool.
As in, so then moving on to your other interests.
Oh, so because the food is so good, it's like eating anything.
Yeah. Can tell that he don't really want to answer my question. I just want to finish eating first.
So photography I just started about 2 years ago. Yeah, because I have a friend Ashley, I have a few friends who are photographers, and because of the nature of my work and nature of my education, I get to meet videographer,
Yeah.
photographer, music composer. I get to meet people on different craft. So from there, I kind of got interested in this whole idea of like photography. Actually, I started wanting to do videos, but about like midway through, I switched to photography.
Why? Because videography very taxing.
I think yeah,
Right?
it's very taxing. I think both the filming and the editing is very taxing. And for someone with multiple things on his hands, I don't have time to do video.
Understand.
Yeah, so I started doing that. Yeah, well, this is very good.
I tell you right,
very,
the
very
basil
good.
pork is like the best.
It's very good.
It's the best. Okay, so I mean, but you haven't tried this.
The abalone?
Have you tried this?
Haven't yet.
Let's just stop eating the two that you like and try the other dishes.
It's right in front of me, hello. It's like, wow, it's
Then we need
like,
to swap the place of
like,
the dish.
wow,
But
yeah.
okay, how about I cut it out first, so that it's easier for us to take. Like, okay, but I gotta say this egg is pretty oily. That's my only like feedback. But I
Okay.
think in general, Thai omelette are always super oily. Like,
so this is ultra oily.
no, I think this is fine. Like, you know, there are certain Thai omelettes, like, they are so fluffy that you feel like you're not eating much of the egg itself.
But oil.
Yeah, but oil
I
and
see.
the like egg white that is like fried. But this one, at least you can still taste the egg. So I think it's not too bad for
Let me try it.
omelette. And it has prawn in it, so oily, right?
No.
No, but is this the most oily? No, right?
I think it's okay.
It's okay.
I think it's okay for
It's like
Thai
eat
omelette.
like parts and bomb. Suddenly my whole mouth watery, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty oily lah. I mean, that's the first thing that I need to tell you, that for Thai omelette is pretty oily, but I think that's generally the distinct feature of it.
I see.
Yeah,
With my-
just take the whole thing, yeah.
With my...
It's fine, it's not gonna break.
What is this?
It's like fish cake.
Is it otah?
Yeah, very apt. But you should try the sauce though. How about you want to stick a bit of corn to your thing? Like, if that's easier. Feels like that's an option for you.
Okay, got it.
It's good.
It's not bad.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Wow. I've been living here for a long
Yeah,
time.
he's just been eating the basil pork and the
I've been living here for a
sambal
long time. I just finally went over.
Not really trying the rest of the food, but anyway.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So out of 10 ah.
Okay, our dear friend over there is struggling to split up his fish cake to dab. I think you need more sauce. He really put inside his mouth. And the sauce is good, actually.
Oh.
So it's like quite a waste that you didn't try the sauce, but anyway.
I will try it now.
The sauces.
It's cool, it's cool. Sorry, I was just a bit concerned because the action was so big. Do you need a tissue or something? I don't know how you do. Good, right? The sauce. Yeah. So this is the fish cake that they have this
My
sauce over
rating,
here, which is great. It's like tangy.
I think because you tapao that's why. So I need to have that in mind when wait.
I think if you were to eat like at the restaurant on the spot, right, it's gonna be a lot greater than what we have right now. But then again, for a takeaway, it's great already.
It's 7.5.
Oh, it's a 7.5. Okay, fair against Nakhon. Like, what will you give Nakhon? Average means 5 ah.
Nakon I always go there eat one. How I
I already say no one's gonna remember your ratings, like, for real.
Nakon is 8.
Oh, so this lose to Nakhon. Why? Because of the soup.
Yeah, because of soup man. Nakon lot料啊。
Yeah, but it has a lot. Like, if you order the seafood, then they'll have sotong, they will have prawn and mushroom and all that
Nakon
thing.
8. Never knew it. Nakon
Okay lah,
Tom
it's
Yum
the
is the
soup.
bomb.
It's the soup.
Have you tried Nakon Tom Yum?
I did.
It's the bomb.
I did.
That's cool.
Anyway, okay, yeah, so you share a lot and you do a lot. Jumping right back in. Jumping right back in, why do you look so surprised?
I saw the amount of questions that's still
No,
left.
no, it's just like that.
No.
It's just like that. Like, big deal, like, you know. But anyway. Okay, but through all your like experiences, what is something that you actually like took away from like all of that? Or what do you think is something that you felt God was speaking to you in like this whole process actually?
A very good question.
Thanks.
Very good question.
Yeah.
I think through all of that, right, I think one thing that is very evident is to recognize that God is the giver of all good gifts. I think everyone got different gifting. Like, there are things that I cannot do. There are things that you can do that definitely better than me. So I recognize that every individual, right, has a different talents. Some definitely are more prominent, you know, and some are more behind the scenes. But like everyone is given a certain way. So that's one thing that I recognize because through all my various things that I can do. I recognize that there's someone behind helping me. So let's say as a musician, right, I recognize that the importance of the sound team. Yeah, because they are, even though they are the back end, right, they are the one that is making sure that everything runs well. So I think that is one thing that's very evident. That God gives gifts and to everyone differently, and we all have a different role to play in this grand scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but could I also ask, like, what is something that, out of all the things that you do, like basically your works, like, right? I mean, all the photo like projects that you work on, or like the videography or like events, like, what is something that you actually wish to communicate through like your works?
My streaming wise, right, because it's now the most exciting part of this season of my life. I think the channel is all about hoping that I can build a safe place. I realized that okay, so Twitch is a global platform. You get to meet people from various countries, and through all these people, you meet like a lot of kind of people, like people who are more, who are going through something. People who are, so just me, very different people. So I think through this, I hope that through my channel, I can create a safe place for people to just come and hang, a community that is able to continue to cheer for one another. I think that's one thing I want to build. Twitch, right, is like looking at a guy on a box, because it's so what I always like to say is that there's a guy in a box rooting for you, cheering for you. So like through the different season, whether you are
Sorry, I just want to say, you have to make.
why?
I'll tune in to his Twitch to find out about what he's talking about.
You don't get it, man. Okay, so the idea is, right,
Yeah.
I might not be able to always be there. Okay, some people in life, right, don't have someone to say good things about. I think we are quite privileged to have people who are saying, hey, 加油, rooting for you, like, I think you can do this. But for some people, they might not have a person to say such words to them. And hopefully that through this channel, that with what
you have and what you can offer,
I can say such things to them, for people who are listening. So I think that's very important.
So essentially, it's being a presence, encouraging, comforting presence to people who are watching you stream.
Hopefully, yes.
That's I think what I was asking for. Like, you know, because I think as Christian creatives, it's important to know like what you are doing certain things for. Like even for me, like when I do mukbang meetings, yeah, I mean it's fun. Like we get to eat with our friends, we get to talk. But I think it's also to find out about like how does each person's like journey with God differs and how it looks like. So that's for me. So I think like when you shared about like how your stream is to be like a platform where you can be that encouraging presence for people who might not have the privilege of having these people around them, I think that goes to help to frame the whole idea of guy in the box rooting for you. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, so maybe one thing that you could also share was how do you think as a personal, I mean based on your personal like experience, like
okay.
as a Christian creative, right, like what do you think that we can do better in?
Tough question.
Yeah, but I mean
Very
this is
tough.
based on your own understanding of the scene. So this is not.
Yeah, I might not be able to answer for everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
I might not have enough reach to answer
I
it
agree.
in a certain way. But for me, right, I think as Christian we have a lot of our own values, our own certain belief system.
Yeah.
That is revolved around Christianity. That might not be how do I phrase it? That people might not believe in as well. So I think one thing that I realized that as, I think not just creative but as Christian, is to always present a listening ear, to hope to be able to understand, to relate, and I think through that hopefully we don't seem like okay, we are just standing our ground, just being defensive, but reaching out and say that hey, I want to listen, I want to speak, I want to talk to you, I want to have a conversation, and see how we can go from there. I think that's very important as a Christian and also as a creative, because I think creative even more so because whether you're on TikTok, whether Instagram, whether you're on other platforms, if you have a following, you have a voice, and how we behave as well matters. Yeah, so I think it's tough. Definitely it's tough as a Christian creative in the scene. Yeah, if every wrong move, like
So do you feel stressed?
I do feel stressed. That's why even on my Twitch, right, there'll be this rhyming mistake lah, definitely. Hopefully not. I don't think yet, but not. It's important to have a group of friends who that you can keep me grounded. Keep me grounded.
Yeah, okay, but there's this point that you talk about, which I think like I agree a lot, which is like for all of us, actually regardless whether you are established or like a pro creative or you're just like a normal person on like Instagram, for example, like what he mentioned was like if you have a follower, you have influence over these people that follow you in some way or another, whether like you feel like it's a direct influence or like an indirect kind of thing. And I think sometimes the platform that we use can be places where people actually look to us. You know what I mean? Like as in view how you live your life as a Christian. Yeah, so I think for example like you were saying like when you do your Twitch, right, or like when you stream on Twitch, there are things that you will take note of. Actually, I feel like for us as believers in general, how we actually act, we should already take note of. Like it's not just because like okay, I'm on a platform now, I am officially a live stream like Twitch influencer. Or like I'm a established photo.
I am not. I'm just a small average Singaporean on platforms.
Yeah, but I think generally the point goes to say, which is it's important to take care and take note of your own like actions on platforms in general.
And in your private life.
Yeah, in your private life, because you gotta start when hopefully your following is growing, but you gotta start somewhere and you gotta build your foundation now, because if you don't practice like all the things that, for example, like for Nihi is like having people to keep a lookout or being mindful of his actions on Twitch and stuff like that, when you build your platform and it grows, right, then it will become a struggle for you to still remain authentic in the way that you are doing your things and also remain like Christ-like. So last question. Woo!
Yeah, mango sticky rice.
You can just eat it on the screen.
No, I'm
you know,
gonna
right?
eat it after last question.
Why?
I know.
But you gotta eat it so people would know how it is.
Yeah, after last question we eat it.
Okay, but
This is like the last meal. Just must celebrate the whole
like,
interview.
and
Yeah.
I just want to say we still have food here. I'm
looks
gonna
so-
eat after
It
this.
looks
But
so good, eh?
okay, so I guess my last question for you would be, what is a verse that you will like go back to? Like maybe a verse that resonates a lot with you in this particular season of your life while you're streaming.
Is it John 3:30? I think it's John 3:30. Yes. It's a very simple verse. So he must be greater, I must become less. So because on platforms like this, right, or like as a creative, sometimes I have a very small following. Like I don't consider myself having big following, but like when you grow and you continue to create and you do well, actually you're getting known.
Yeah.
So I think this really humbles me. That I must always
Like the focus.
Yeah, focus cannot always be on me. I must become less, so that whatever that I do can honor and glorify Him.
Yeah.
So
Amen.
John 3:30,
It's
yes.
good. I think it's important verse for creatives actually. You cannot be like too full of yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that seems like duh, like obviously I cannot be too full of myself. But I think sometimes over time, if you don't continue to go back to God, you don't root yourself in the word, right? You actually will forget about this like whole idea of pointing glory back to God.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's a very apt verse for creatives in general, or people who are thinking of pursuing something in like whatever that you're doing. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool. So thanks Nehemiah for like sharing with us so much, even though you were quite hesitant about this whole thing.
Was I? I was full now. What are you ready?
How is it?
It's good.
It's good? Okay, that's great. Now you know that it's great, the mango sticky rice,
Wow.
even though it's been here for a
It's
while.
very good. Eh?
Yeah, I would still like to say that I feel like it's on par with Nakhon, but
8. Now it's 8 already.
oh, now it's an 8. It is on par
Wow,
with
this is
Nakhon,
so
everybody.
good, Wow,
Just to rewind back, he rated Nakhon as 8, and now they are an 8. So I stand by my word that it is on par with
wow,
Nakhon.
this is very good. It's legit very good.
Is it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I think it's a pretty worthy meal. If you have some time or you're in the area of like Tai Seng, just head over to this place and try out the food there. Yeah, and that's it for this episode of MUKBANG Meeting. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And obviously, because of the guest over here, I also got to do a shout out, which is if you are on Twitch, make sure to follow Nihichi on his Twitch platform, and don't forget to drop him a follow on his Instagram as well, cause dude does photography. So if you need some services, just hit him up. Please say bye.